What's up, boys? Today we're going to be nailing everyone and exploding everywhere, so we're going the Demolitionist. We're looking for the various elemental grenades that have the tape some nails to it overclock, which adds a huge amount of kinetic damage to the base explosion damage. It seems to be about 100%, however, it didn't seem like it scaled with kinetic damage increases the one time I was looking for that specifically. So what we're going to do is try and grab that on as many grenades as possible and not unlock any kinetic based stuff. However, we will be trying to scale it up with some more global damage increases like explosive damage and throwable damage, I think, since it always seems to be on the grenades that will always be throwable and explosive, and then explosive will also work on the PGL to help out a bit with that. So the actual grenades we're looking for are the incendiary grenade, the neurotoxin, and the plasma burster. I'm not sure if there's any other ones that have that overclock, but those are the three that I remember seeing it on so far. We won't have any weapons available to do TNT mining for us, which is a pretty big drawback, but there's the neurotoxin, and that will also give a nice debuff for our other damage, which should include the nails overclock. So I think that's actually the best second weapon I could have here. Let's go ahead and grab some potency for that to improve the debuffing power. XP scanner and chemist are both pretty nice. Let's go ahead and grab that early on. Even though we won't have any weapons to mine for us, I'll take the reload here. And then a decent reload there. Decent armor. I think I'm just gonna grab the reload here. Try and get some overclocks going for that. Another reload, and there we go, our first overclock. There's the nails overclock, an additional explosion that deals kinetic damage, and it seems to be a pretty large amount as well. Let's see if we can grab all of that XP real quick. That'll probably get me a level or two before we move on. Decent damage. I don't mind a few overclocks on that to help out the early game. And we actually will be looking for the damage overclocks like that at some points, but I do think if they're the same rarity, then reload is better, since that'll also improve the debuffing power a bit. Nope. Plasma burster and incendiary. Let's see, which of these do I want first? Let's go for the incendiary, and then we can also get some lasting upgrades to improve the debuffing a bit further on the neuro mainly. We won't really be scaling status damage, so I don't think the damage will be that high, but the damage amplify from the acid will be nice still. See if we can avoid the magnet for a little bit. Try and grab some more resources first. Potency, I'm fine with that. Let's grab a bit of mining speed. Don't think I've gotten any of that yet. Over here we have some reload speed for the neurotoxin. Probably one of the highest priority stats I want here. Let's take another neuro reload. And another one. And then we actually don't have the triple effect for that. That's going to be pretty rough. It's good, but I would lose some damage on that. Oh well, I guess we'll heavily buff the explosions on all of the weapons with that. That one probably doesn't really even lose damage when you consider the extra acid stacks anyways from that. Then we can take, I guess, blue explosion damage here. Probably grab some reload on the incendiary now. And then we want the plasma burster, there we go. We have a lot of levels here. I'll take a reload, I guess paint shop since that's my lowest one. Durable and explosive damage. Sure. Cheap damage, and then let me get a bit of movement speed, I think.
Load up and get going, miner. We have quotas to fulfill.
Yeah, normally I don't really go for the damage on Incendiary and Neurotoxin, since I normally try and get as many debuff stacks as possible. But I think with such a large increase to the base damage from the Nails overclock, it'll probably end up being worth it for a build like this. I think I want some more mining speed still. Reload speed. The coupons early on are pretty nice to get some more shop upgrades. Damage gets me an overclock, and there's the nails. So the only kinetic damage we have by default is the one starter weapon that I'm not scaling up a ton. So it will be a bit interesting to see the damage breakdown at the end and how much kinetic we actually end up doing with hopefully all three of those durable elemental weapons getting the overclock. Another potency, sure. Decent damage. Big reload or explosion radius. I like both of these. Probably explosion radius, I think. That'll work on all four of my weapons versus just a single weapon upgrade there. And it's the most fun out of those as well.
Bugs aren't appreciating your presence, miner. Get the lead out.
Potency reload, let's get some more levels here. No nail, so we'll go ahead and grab the triple here. Potency isn't as important for that since it's just a small amount of damage versus amplifying the damage of everything on the neurotoxin. Reload, it's not ideal since we can't even get the triple on there, but we can occasionally throw a bunch of extra grenades when we take damage.
Drop pod has arrived. Get there before the timer runs out. The drop pod is not going to hang around. Gotta move on, miner. The drop pod will hit out momentarily. Stage completed. Onwards to stage 3.
Grab some pickup, explosion. I think I'm gonna look for cheaper levels on that, like paint jobs or greens. Take some explosive damage. I don't really need levels on that now.
Let me try again.
Ooh, we'll lock that. Grab some mining speed, a cheap level for that, and a bit of pickup radius.
Be a better dwarf.
This is a simple mining mission. Get it done, miner.
I'm getting too old for this shit. You shouldn't have read the mineral. It was yet to be done.
Let's go reload speed here.
Swarm detected. Get ready. They'll be with you shortly.
Hello, and good boy.
Another level for the plasma burster. Still need plenty of overclocks for that.
Can't drop supplies for you yet. Prep the landing zone for impact.
One down.
Big damage. Fire rate only works on the PGL. Reload speed is probably not bad though. We do have a lot of different elements here. And I always like getting the weapon box, so we're at 24. That goes up to 55, not too bad. Paint job or some reloads. Let's go with the reload here. I'm mainly trying to level the incendiary and the plasma burster now that we can't get the triple on the neurotoxin anymore. So I think those ones should go well past level 18 anyways. Decent crits. I guess we will take a big potency for that since it'll buff everything else. Big damage, I guess.
Well done, you got them all. Objective completed, Miner. Get to the drop pod before it heads back to orbit.
Perfect magnet timing. I guess we'll take the level on that, even though potency isn't ideal for it. Status, nah, it's not gonna do a whole lot here. Reload. Massive pickup. Probably just gonna take the level here. Damage, I'll take some explosive.
Stage 3 completed. Remember to mine for minerals as you progress deeper.
Grab our big reload. I guess we'll take a massive mining as well. Reload into an overclock. Ooh, we didn't get the nails there. Rip. I guess explosion radius. Not really scaling the status effects for it. Paint job, there's some cheap levels for that. Takes a big increase to the stats. I can't do one reroll with that, so I guess I'll grab it pretty early on. Some potency, cheap level there.
Work to do and quotas to meet. Your objectives.
So I guess with the overclocks we got or missed here, we're kind of left with just the plasma burster as a really good weapon. We missed the nails on the incendiary, and we missed the triple grenade on the neurotoxin, which limits the maximum power on both of those weapons quite a bit. Reload. I'm gonna take a decent XP over that.
Big swarm detected. Buggerman, get ready.
Big explosion radius.
Well done, you got them all.
I don't think we need any of these. We have a decent amount already, so let's just grab the levels on that to get the overclocks ready to maybe find a turbo encabulator artifact later on. Then that'll give a lot of global damage and reload speed.
We can't send in supplies until you clear out the landing zone.
Paint job, help catch up the levels on that a bit.
Prepare to fight for your life. The big swarm is approaching. We got a launch. Supplies inbound.
Reload. I guess. More debuffing. Probably reroll this. Gold scanner is pretty good. We do have a lot of mining speed to go with that, and that'll help us get explosion radius, and then useful global damage like explosive and throwable based stuff. Probably just grab the level here. Damage into an overclock. If we get this, then it will have potency as an upgrade for the weapon available, and this will be a ton of damage to go with the nails. Bit of throwable damage. Plasma level, some decent throwable damage, some more early XP. Probably look more for throwable reload speed since that's a bit more efficient with the weapons we're scaling here. Bunch of levels everywhere. If I get the encabulator, I'll definitely want more mining speed, and I have a gold scanner, so it'll probably pay itself back anyways. We're getting kind of close to an overclock for that, so I guess I'll grab those two and then take a decent explosion radius.
Will emerge when you destroy the small cocoons, and watch out for elites. Keep your cool, you will make it out just fine.
Damage would give me level 18 on that, and then we can get an even larger explosion radius for them. Decent potency, sure. other explosion radius. Pretzel's not bad, but we can do better with a few rerolls. Diver's pretty solid overall stats, some decent reload speed. Damage, that one's already done. We can take the global upgrades now. Damage, still need one more overclock on that in case we get the turbo encabulator. Reload or reload, probably go for the overclock. We have both of those done, a bit more reload speed for debuffing. We'll take, I guess, some reload speed here. Oh my god, what is happening there? I think that's actually the first lifetime I've seen. I'll take the crits, throwable, global. I do have a decent amount of gold, so I will grab that. I don't think I care about potency on the incendiary. Reload's fine though. I'll grab a bit of HP, we're a bit low on that. And I might want to grab the energy bars at some point. Definitely grab a plasma level and then some potency here. Mining may as well, and damage is fine for that.
You know the drill, miner. Fulfill your objectives. Let's get out of here.
After this, I'll bring the longest shower. Fix to the core and let it stick.
Chemist is okay, and we don't have a ton of nitra, so I guess we'll grab that.
It's a rare treat.
Prepare to fight for your life. A big swarm is approaching.
Nah, take the global explosive damage.
The swarm's heading your way. Load up.
Big reloads. We do still need a few levels for that.
Well done. Objective completed. Drop pod has arrived. Get there now. It will be without you. Drop pod is about to leave. Get your ass moving, miner. That elite never stood a chance. We'll see to it there's beer on the house when you make it back. If you make it back.
Potency is decent. We'll take a level on that. Crit chance. I think we're okay on pickup radius now. Maybe a bit more.
Rare. Nope. Try
Big
again.
explosion radius. Reload is fine. I'll get a bit of armor so I don't get 1 or 2 shots. And then, do I want to save that? Probably not. Still need some decent levels on the plasma burster.
Lock it in.
And it's mainly a debuffing weapon now.
Raring to try this out.
Get to work. There's aliens to be killed and gold to be mined.
I think Max is doing all right.
Probably just reload here.
Swarm's heading your way. Load up. The scout just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming. Big swarm detected. Lock up and get ready.
We'll go reload speed. Since that also improves the debuffs, whereas damage is just damage. Reload speed is both. Another reload, one more level to get the final overclock to the patents. Oh, ran in a bit too early there. Don't really care for any of these. Let's reroll that. Gold tipped or nitro powder? We have a gold scanner, so that's a bit easier to scale up. I don't think I can get any more mushrooms. I don't see any here. We can get the level 18 for that. Even more bounces. There's maybe one to the left, but I probably would have died if I went for that. So, rip a quest. Got it! Let's get some explosive potency damage for that. Paint job is some cheap levels. And we don't have a whole lot else. I could grab that or finish that. Let's go ahead and finish that. Grab the extra explosions and a bit of reload speed.
Your mission is clear. Get to it.
I think plasma is probably the best weapon. I guess we'll probably just take the nitra here. Yeah, the nails are doing the same damage as the plasma explosion for that. So it looks like throwable and explosive damage do work on it. I don't think kinetic works on it. I'm not sure if the damage of the base type of the grenade works on it or not. Like plasma for the plasma grenade or fire for the incendiary. But the stats we're going here definitely seem to be working at least. Oh my god, what is happening? Let's turn off damage numbers when it unfreezes. Hopefully help out a little bit with that. Turbo encabulator. We will have very low mining speed, but very high damage and reload speed. Makes us down to 39% when it was over 100%. But the grenades work really well with both reload speed and damage, so our damage should be absolutely insane now. Big reload for our best weapon. I think at this point we'll probably want to hold a bit of gold for the gold tipped, so pass on survivability stuff. I'm fine with the reload here. Do a couple rerolls. Kind of late on the luck. Probably not going to take it at this point. We'll take a decent throwable, bit of crits.
Let's shake it up.
Take some upgrades for the plasma burster.
Feels rare. Feels right.
Last work to be done. Up and at 'em, Miter.
Squinties. They might be worth it since both my crit stats are fairly low. I'm not sure. Probably worth it. Although it does reduce the neurotoxin dot, which does do a fair amount. We'll just take the gold scanner to get the gold tipped a bit higher.
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We've got a swimming day.
Another throwable damage. And they just got absolutely obliterated. Can't even see that one and he's almost dead already.
All tasks complete. Stage finished. The drop pod is prepped and ready. Get on it before it leaves. The drop pod is about to leave. Get your ass moving, Miner.
So we're up to 289% global damage with a bit of gold scaling. And we'll hold a bit here. Legendary throwable damage. Yes, damage for that's fine.
What else we got?
Reload, plasma burster damage, bit of crit chance, and hold the rest.
This is it. Destroy the cocoons and take out the dreadnought. Good luck, Miner.
Potency. can't see the rocks to tell if I'm actually mining them here. We'll take a plasma burster damage, I think. Another gold scanner probably doesn't really matter here. But a little bit of extra damage right before the boss comes out. So we're up to 319% global damage. I'll try to see if we can have these on, see how much damage we do to the boss. Hopefully it doesn't get too bad, but it is very hard to see right now, my god. Please die. Bit of damage for that. It is getting extremely laggy, but they are both dead now. Looks like the nails is still doing the same damage as the plasma explosion for the plasma burster. A little bit over 4,000 for every single hit on each of them. So about 8,000 per bounce, plus whatever acid stacks we have, ramping that up a bit. We tried to get as many copies of the nails as possible, but we did miss the triple grenade here, and we missed the nails here. So that was stuck as pure fire damage. And plasma was the only one that really got all of the overclocks I wanted. And that was the fourth weapon, so the levels on that were a little bit lower still. Pretty good artifacts. The gold scanners were a bit late, but they did help out with the gold tip a little bit. Could have used a weapon box to go with the encabulator plus multi-tool, but still some decent value out of those. We had enough reload speed to almost completely lag the game out there with all the explosions, and all the persistent ground effects from the neurotoxin and the incendiary. So we had 7.2 million kinetic here, with 35 million overall, so about 28 million added onto the neurotoxin plus the plasma burster. Not the greatest, but we get it a bit late over here. Man, it's still lagging here somehow. That's crazy. What the heck? That is bizarre. But that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.